Hello everybody and welcome back to the monthly recap, I guess. So this time we will be talking for my recap for March, for the media that I have consumed, or at least some of it. So yeah, it has been quite a bit of a different month, because I got back into making videos, so it has been more active for me, and I hope to keep it up this way. So the first topic I want to cover here will be that I will be starting streaming for, it has been quite a while. I'm gonna be starting streaming rather soon on YouTube this time around, because I think it's better to coagulate everything into one platform. Now I will be using Discord mainly as the information tool for that, so if you want to check the timetables you can do it there, but I'll try to maybe make some community post or something about it. And I'll just want to let everybody know that in the future I will be also holding all the polls in there. So, you should probably go over there and vote for the series that you want to see me cover in the future. But yeah, I'm gonna probably not stream that often, like maybe once, twice, 3 times a week at most. Even that is unlikely because I'm kinda maybe getting something, a job or something, maybe. It's somewhat uncertain still at this moment. But I'll try to stream more than once a week. Hopefully something akin to 3, 4, 5 hours, maybe more, but we'll just have to wait and see. Mostly the streams will consist of gaming and music. However, that's the current plan. We'll see what the future brings. On to the media. And first, I want to highlight a manga that I read up to release in like 2 or 3 days. And that is Gachiakuta. And I'm not gonna go too deep into this series. Mostly I want to highlight that it has one of the wildest, most amazing drawing art styles that I have seen. And it looks fantastic. It's just a sight to behold. I've been loving it every second. But yeah, the visuals are the main selling point for me. But the story is good enough. It's nice. It's got some really smooth, some really cool and interesting action, and the just like general idea is kinda unique. Like I do recommend, if you want a somewhat classical shonen with a non-classical twist, yeah, I would recommend it. It has been really fun, but mostly the visuals are what sells it. It takes an extraordinary amount of skill to be able to draw recognizably human characters with so inhuman features, and I love it. It is beautiful in a way. The first game I want to highlight, I got this game quite a while ago, Shantae and the 7 Sirens. I got this from a Humble Bundle quite a while ago, and I was pretty happy with it. It's a pretty typical Metroidvania, but it's a good Metroidvania. It's just really fun. And of course the visuals, the animation, it's all really nice. It looks really good. So yeah, and of course it has the game has an opening by Studio Trigger. That's badass. I love it. Yeah, it's a fun game. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be really this good, but goddamn, the gameplay is really fun, and that's been just really enjoyable. The second game I want to highlight that I did not beat is something that I was looking forward to a lot. Chasing the Unseen. I was looking, I have been following the creator, the developer, on Twitter for a long time. I was looking so much forward to this game, and it was released at the very early part of the month, and I must say, it did not disappoint. It has mostly to do with the scale of the game, that you traverse huge, just mind-bogglingly huge, massive, unimaginably huge landscapes and scale unimaginably large creatures. And it is the game, like the main draw for me, that I did not expect coming into it, because I wanted to see the ridiculous scale, and it was pretty freaking cool. And then, in the very early parts of the game, it started to create a feeling of cosmic horror, of the perspective of you being so tiny in comparison to the gargantuan creatures and landscapes. It creates a very unique, very, very amazing feeling of cosmic horror that I have never experienced before in a game form. So yeah, well, I have, but in board games, not in this form, and not so viscerally. So yeah, I really would recommend this game if you want that kind of unique tension. It's beautiful. Now on to the games that I have beaten this month, or finished this month, and the first one will be Heaven's Vault. Now, there is a newer game that focuses on the similar aspect, which is archaeology and linguistics, and that is Chants of Sennaar, which I am very much going to be looking into playing in the near future. But this one was the one that I kind of came across earlier. It's very much archaeology, and while it has its draws, it's interesting and unique. I haven't checked any gameplay from Chants of Sennaar, so I cannot exactly compare. Unfortunately, there's just like the pacing in Heaven's Vault is a little bit too slow for me to be actually that positive about it, which is a shame, because the premise and the idea and the gameplay just in general is intriguing. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to, now that I have finished the game into one of the endings, I will say it's not good enough. Even though it has some very good ideas, I wish it was better. Still, it has some very cool and interesting aspects to it, which I've never seen anywhere before. And, you know, archaeology game, like actual archaeology, that's pretty cool. The second game, which I finished this month, was Mind Scanners. Now, I only got one of the endings. I didn't originally think that there would be that many possible endings to get, but one of the endings I got, and yeah, it was interesting. I liked it. I really liked it, and I'm tempted to go back and play it more. Now, the game itself is very funny. It is a combination of absurdism and grotesque imagery combined into a dystopian landscape, a portrayal of future with Orwellian nightmare fuel, and I love it. The setting is unique, it is inspired, and it is fantastic, but in the most horrible of senses that can only be brought upon by someone who maybe read a bit too much political philosophy. Regardless, I love how it was constructed and how the gameplay acts it out, and how the different choices you can make during the game reflect upon the world itself. Now, a lot of the game is actually something where you just do repetitive tasks increasingly quickly and with more efficiency than previously. And yeah, that could be boring, but I think the way that the game was constructed and paced, it didn't linger for too long. Even though it took me quite a break to beat the game, I still really liked it. Now, I am very tempted to go back and play it a bit more, and I probably will later on. So yeah, it's a very unique game. So if you can actually kind of gel with the art style, it's definitely worth a try. Now the final game, and the pièce de la résistance, the final capstone for this month. The one game that I was looking very much forward to beating, that I was more enthralled than anything I have been in a reasonable while, let's say. 2 months, let's say. It's been a while. was GRIS, or GRIS, whatever, you can see the title card. And I'm not gonna go too deep into the details with this one, because I want everybody to go and experience it. This is one of the most beautiful, harrowing, and captivating experiences I have ever played. It is simultaneously striking in its simplicity and encapsulated. It's captivating in its beauty, and it captures your imagination and just doesn't let go, and it engages you in a more personal level. I love this game. It's amazing. It has some of the best aspects that this medium can offer, which is the frankly absurdly well choreographed gameplay. And it left me feeling a lot of things. But most of all, I was rather struck by how beautiful the game was. I'm not gonna talk too much more, or anymore. Go and play the game. It's beautiful. It's one of the best experiences in gaming I've had in a while. And so we come to the outro. I thank you all very much for watching. I have been a bit busy this month, but less so than earlier. Mostly I was preoccupied with, let's just say, there were some reservations I had to attend to. However, I now have more free time. Once again, I have more energy, I have more motivation, and I have more time to devote to making videos. I'm going to be increasing the video production once again a bit more frequently. I'm slowly starting to ramp up the weekly videos to more and more commentaries, and I hope you'll join me on the journey to see if I can ever reach anything close to my old production amounts. I thank you all very much for watching. I'll hope to see you in the future. Have a great day and stay awesome. Can move out.